Still talking about the diss track, actually. Do you see yourself collaborating anytime soon with any of this person you diss?
When I was doing those diss records, it
Yeah.
was strictly coming from a place of hip hop music where it's accepted, the
Okay.
battles is accepted. You know,
Okay.
some fans might not understand it, but
Yeah.
in hip hop, it's allowed, it's accepted.
Yeah.
If you claim to be dope in hip hop, somebody gonna challenge you.
That's a
You
fact
know,
right there.
but
That's a fact, yo. If you claim to be the best, somebody got to come for you. Right from Tupac, Biggie, Rick Ross, 50 Cent, Fat Joe, Ja Rule, all these people have beef. If you think you're the best, if you claim you're the best, somebody got to come for you, y'all. That is what makes hip hop interesting. Come on, y'all. Yo, what's happening, beautiful people? You already know who it is. This is We Entertain. And if you are new to this channel, if this is your first time of coming through and you are a lover of hip hop, come on, man. Hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that anytime I vibe through a new video, you'll be the first to bow with. This right here is an interview made by, HOP VILLE featuring Kao Dinero. This interview right here, guys, was legendary. You can understand some of the things they talk about. Some of the things they hash out, man, it was legendary. See, if you are a true fan of hip hop, you are a lover of African hip hop, if you are a true fan of Kao Dinero, of the Ambassador Kao Dinero, this is a must-watch video for you guys. A must-watch video for you, because this right here was legendary. Let's go, y'all.
All of your contribution to hip hop, your givings, your works, to hip hop in Africa. What's your reaction to that when someone says, "I do not know Kao Dinero in hip hop"?
well, it's like the person is outrightly right.
Yeah.
I will not what I mean. I will catch some blame, in marketing and promotion, because there was a time where I really got comfortable with just Sierra Leone. I'll blame myself. There was times when I used to just come to Sierra Leone, release project, fill the stadium, and I was okay with that. I'll go back to the States without bothering about the rest of Africa, and that's my mistake. So I'll take up to that. If I had started 5-6 years,
A real man. That's a real man. See, what makes you a man is your ability for you to accept your mistakes. A real man, y'all. Let's go, y'all. This is legendary right here.
ago, like with a marketing plan, trying to venture around Africa, the result would have been, it would have not been the same, Like the person that's saying they never know about Kao Dinero, they would have heard about me. And probably would have been on peaceful terms. But now I had to take on the bull by the horn, on some beef records and all that, battles. So most of the fans in Africa got introduced to Kao Dinero in the wrong way. But it's hip hop.
That's lovely. And with social media, everything goes viral right now, so you don't have to worry about. And someone said, if I was screw back, he says, if not for Hip Hop Ville. Thank you for that, though. He said, if not for Hip Hop Ville, I wouldn't have known who was Kao Dinero. The guy is a legend and all of that. So thanks for that. Thanks for that. Because back to back, we talked about you a lot. We have people saying that you're also a controversial, rapper. What's your reaction to that when they say you're controversial? Do you see yourself as controversial rapper?
My answer to that is I would just say I like to be me. I like to be myself, unedited. Most people, they like to be politically correct. They think about and they censor what they have to say. They really don't say what they mean to say or what's inside. I'm an individual who like to just tell it as it is, and most times it doesn't go well with a lot of people.
First of all, see, this is the reason why interviews are very important in this game. You understand, so that the people can, have that basic understanding of what uh, you represent as an artist. You understand what I'm saying? See, when you talk about controversial, see, hip hop is one of the most controversial entertainment ever. Hip hop is one of the most controversial entertainment ever. Even right from the 70s and the 80s, right from the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s, hip hop has always been one of the most controversial entertainment ever. You understand what I'm saying? When you talk about, oh, somebody being controversial, it's not the person that is controversial. The game itself is controversial. You understand? I think all these controversies right here, they are the things that make hip hop so interesting. Believe me when I say that.
You know, people like you to sugarcoat things, but
Yeah.
I will come out and just say things the way I feel, you know. And people always tell me, Kyle, you're bigger than this now. You have to mind what you say. You have to know how you react. I just like to be me, you know.
Yeah,
It's tough
That.
for when you go for, you know, higher heights. But you know what I mean. I feel like if it's controversial, it's okay. You know what I mean. I just like to be myself.
All right, all right. All
Yeah.
right.
That's a fact right there, yo. Be yourself. You understand? And when you take your time, I say this all the time. Anytime I react to Kao Dinero's music, I always say this, man. Hip hop is about realness. You understand? You don't have to play mask out. You just have to be yourself. You understand? See, there was an interview made by Amaru Shakur Tupac. He said the reason why I sell a million record is because I know how to be myself. You understand? You have to be yourself. That is what it is.
Yeah, let's talk about your track a little bit. Let's talk about your this song because we're listening to one of them, Chaota, for instance. You know, it was
Right.
oh my god. You need to see the reaction of people to that track actually. Like
Yeah,
you really did a lot of OG
Come
in
on,
that
man.
track. You know, I can start mentioning
Kao Dinero is the African hip hop warlord, yo. Come on, man. He knows the game.
name for you know for reasons best known to us. Okay, I can
Okay.
start mentioning it. But if you like to listen to that track, I already played it. You can go on every platform, find Chaota by Kao Dinero, and stream it and listen to that diss track. This track, Chaota, what really informed you? Why did you do this track, Chaota?
To be honest, throughout the years, you know, I always have this mentality that Africa is for Africans. We are all
Yes.
one.
Yes.
You know, I really don't regard the borders and the passport, the different passports we have. I always look at another African from Nigeria. I have a lot of Nigerian friends, Nigerian buddies. I have a lot of Ghanaian friends growing up in the States, you know, that we vibe together, you know, do things together. So I don't know, the Africans overseas, we carry that mentality. Most of them carry that mentality. He's my African brother. So we buy in more.
Yes.
But the ones on the soil, so basically I went to Accra, I met Kill Beats, and we worked on a song. Kill Beats actually proposed. I was trying to feature Shatawale. That's my guy. I like Shatawale. We have the same birthday, you know, October 17th.
Wow.
So we the same kind of people. Libra.
Shout out to him.
You know, don't hold back. We say it as it is. So I was trying to.
Don't hold back. We say it just the way it is. You understand? That is the realness. That is the realness. That is what the hip hop culture is about. The realness.
Rap with Shatawale because I realized that he got the same fan base in Ghana like I got in Sierra Leone. So I spoke with Shatawale. We spoke briefly. We was gonna do something, but Kilby told me, "No, Sarkodie is my guy. We have great relationship. I'm the producer of the song. Work with Sa." So I'm like, "Cool." I waited for like a week or so. I recorded my verse on that song unprepared. I was in the studio. I don't know if they was trying to test me. They're like, "Here's the beat. Let's see what you can come up with." I came up with the hook. I came up with my verses right there on the spot. Oh, where I'm from, I'm a legend in my country.
You're a legend. You're
So my fans.
Fact right there. That's a fact right there. You understand what I'm saying? There's no place like home, y'all. It doesn't matter how big you are. If you're home, where you from come, get love for the place where you from come. You're not a legend. You understand what I'm saying? Home is the foundation. Home is the foundation. Just want to say a big shout out to Sierra Luna, to Salome, yo man, your rock with Kao Dinero for real, man. You rock with him for real.
I'm a big deal in my country.
Speaking
Fact.
about best or not being best, I think we had some other OGs on this platform, and we tried to settle this cause about being best in Africa and not best. I would think that we can throw away being best because we are all best at our own level.
Right.
Fact right there. That's a fact. Forget about who is the best. You understand what I'm saying? We are the best. You understand? We are all the best. Forget about who's the best. That's a fact right there. You understand what I'm saying? We are all the best. Forget about who is the best. That one is the best. This one is the best. Everybody is legendary on his or her own ways. You understand what I'm
Who's whoever strength your strength and whoever is being compared to and all of that. We can say everybody is best, but to bring that into an argument, I don't think it's necessary or is helping the hip hop culture to begin to give accolades of this is the best rapper in Africa. We don't need that now. We don't need
Facts.
that now. We're all legends and goods, at our own
Facts.
word.
That's the fact right there. We are all legends and great in our own ways. You understand what I'm saying? We are all legends in our own ways. It doesn't matter or where you're from or what you represent. You understand what I'm saying? As long as you make good music, music that people can relate with, you're legend.
Yeah. So, still talking about the diss track. Actually, do you see yourself collaborating anytime soon with any of this person you dissed on the track? Do you think that you've moved past that stage already and you're ready to run with what is ahead of you?
Well, when I was doing those diss records,
Yeah.
it was strictly coming from a place of hip hop music where it's accepted. The battles is accepted.
Okay.
Some fans might not understand it,
Yeah.
but in hip hop, it's allowed. It's accepted. If you claim to be dope in hip hop, somebody gonna challenge you.
Come on, man. Come on, yo. I keep saying that, yo. I keep saying that. If you think you're good, somebody gotta come up and rock with you. That is what it is, man. If you good, if you said you the king, somebody must come for you. That is what hip hop is about. That is why hip hop is so controversial. Hip hop is like a competition. I said it. Kao Dinero understands what hip hop is about. He knows the game. He knows the game. Listen, take that back, yo. I said it and I continue to say, yo. Kao Dinero understands the game. He knows the basics of what hip hop is about. Battles are allowed in hip hop. Beef is allowed. These are the things that make hip hop interesting. Come on, y'all. Come on.
Stage already, and you're ready to, run with what is ahead of you.
Well, when I was doing those diss records,
Yeah.
it was strictly coming from a place of hip hop music where it's accepted. The battles is accepted.
Okay.
Some fans might not understand it, but in hip hop, it's allowed. It's accepted. If you claim to be dope in hip hop, somebody gonna challenge you.
That's a fact right there.
But
That's a fact, yo. If you claim to be the best, somebody got to come for you. Right from the 90s, Tupac, Biggie, Rick Ross, 50 Cent, Fat Joe, Ja Rule, all these people have beef. If you think you're the best, if you claim you're the best, somebody got to come for you, y'all. That is what makes hip hop interesting. Come on, y'all.
I understand in Africa it's more about numbers. Oh, look at my YouTube, look at my followers. This guy is not on my level.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you this: half of my fans are not on the internet. The fans that usually pack the stadium for me, 45,000, they don't have internet access. Most of them are in different towns in Sierra Leone. They don't even.
This is the reason why in the beginning of this interview I said this was legendary. I said this was legendary. You understand what I'm saying? Half of the people, half of his fans, they don't use the internet. That's the reason why I said, see, oh man, come on, man.
The fans that usually pack the stadium for me, 45,000, they don't have internet access. Most of them are in different towns in Sierra Leone. They don't even use the internet like that. So the number game is not my strength. My strength is with the people, physically.
Woo! Come on, bro. Come on, bro. That's fact right there. My strength is not on the internet. My strength is with the people, physically. Love, y'all. Love. I said it before and I continue to say, man. You're not a legend when you're home, when your people don't have love for what you do, when you don't show love to your people, when your people don't show you love. You're not a legend. Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Facts.
The stadium for me, 45,000. They don't have internet access. Most of them are in different towns in Sierra Leone. They don't even use the internet like that. So the number game is not my strength. Facts. My strength is with the people, physically. When I go to the stadium, I do a show, 40,000, they will come. So this record was really based on hip hop. It's nothing passionate. I'm more than welcome and willing to work with anyone in the camp. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. It's not a big deal.
That now waiting at the wait for since I've been waiting for him to say that.
Is with the people, physically. When I go to the stadium, I do a show, 40,000, they will come. So this record was really based on hip hop. It's nothing passionate. I'm more than welcome and willing to work with anyone in the camp. You know what I mean? Like, it's nothing. It's not a big deal.
That settles it. That settles it. Talking about your engagement with the people, I was going to ask you, we follow your trend and we see how that you have a very supportive and loyal fan base. Kudos to you on that. And we're going to ask you how you were able to manage and build this fan base. I mean, because, coming 20 years ago and now you're still in the game doing this, and these guys are loyal to you.
20 years in the game, y'all. Woo! 20 years in the game. Come on, man. Give it up to the ambassador, y'all. Give it up for Kao Dinero. 20 years in the game. Kudos to you, bro. Kudos to you, bro. 20 years and still strong, y'all. Still holding it down, y'all.
Manage and build this fan base. Woo! I mean, because
20 years in the game.
Coming 20 years ago and now you're still in the game doing this, and these guys are loyal to you. They support you. They regard themselves the Kao Dinero team.
First of all, I want to say a big shout out to all the Sierra Leone, man. You're truly rock with Kao Dinero for real, man. Y'all love this brother, man. Y'all love this brother, man. Shout out to y'all, man. Because at the end of the day, y'all, love wins. Woo.
Whatever name they call it. So they're very supportive. How did you build this relationship? How did you manage it even to this point?
Series of things, One is being consistent with the music. Because at the end of the day, if you don't put out hot content, your fans will love you all they want, but there's no bragging rights to it.
That's a point right there, y'all. That's a big pass mark right there. You have to be consistent, y'all.
They don't have nothing to grab onto. But I always make sure it doesn't go 2-3 months without dropping something hot. Right now, when Leon Stars qualified for Cameroon, we go into the Nations Cup next year. I took advantage of the situation. Right after the game, I went to the studio. I did a victory song. That's the hardest record on the streets of Freetown right now.
Yeah.
BRB Force. So I've had moments like that, with the fans. And that keeps them going. It keeps them around. And I believe,
smart guy.
Basically, it's more me just being approachable. Most of the
seize your moment, y'all. Seize your moment. Be consistent, y'all. This brother is smart, y'all.
These fans, they feel like we're family. They can really have my number. Woo. They can reach out.
That's love. That's love, y'all.
I'm not in all their WhatsApp groups, but I'm very hands-on. Like I have a brother right now in my living room. He just came to say hi. He's a fan. But he became my guy, Augustine, he's right here. He's just a fan,
Shout out to you. Shout out to you.
So you see, that's how I really kick it with them, I'm just hands-on with them. So they feel like, they're part of the story. They are part of everything I got going on, and that's the secret to it. Most of these guys will drop one song, and now they're Michael Jackson. They don't even want.
This guy is funny. See, some of all these guys, they just drop one song. They like Michael Jackson. Fat, yo. Fat. You understand what I'm saying? They become untouchable. They don't want to roll with anybody again. They are young gang go come high up.
Part of everything I got going on, and that's the secret to it. Most of these guys will drop one song, and now they're Michael Jackson. They don't even want to kick it with the fans. You know, they're superstar status, and you lose touch. I'm a hip hop artist, so I have to be
fat, yo. Come on, man. Some of all these guys, they drop one song, they like Michael Jackson, man. Superstar stars, man.
The streets with everything that's going on. And that's the secret to all of this.
Very key. Very key. Now, to our audience, I need to say this really quick. So you heard it from the OG's mouth. Consistency is key. You have to be consistent in your craft. You have to drop it back to back for your fan base to be supportive and loyal. And two, you have to stay in touch. You have to keep communicating with them. Let your doors be open. Let everyone have access to you. Okay. So you have to keep that in mind so that your fan base can, stay loyal with you and be supportive as well. Thank you so much, OG, for this point. It's really
welcome.
Very, very necessary that.
Facts, yo. Facts. This brother is smart, yo. Smart. You have to be consistent. You have to keep in touch. Forget all those young guys. Because you don't blow, you don't leave everybody. Go to form. They for Yankee, they live life. Come home. Keep in touch. Let the people feel you. Open those doors.